Hey guys, so I'm back with another video for you guys. This one is going to be a story time about the first time I got detention. I'm going to be doing a lot of story times. I have a lot to tell you guys, a lot that's happened to me. So if you don't want to miss it, click the subscribe button down below. It would greatly be appreciated. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. So this one is about the first time I got detention. I'm normally a very good girl. I don't get in trouble other than talking in class, but that was when I was little. We don't have to go into that right now. But the first time I actually got detention where like I had to stay after school was my sophomore year in high school. So I'm usually pretty good about doing my homework, going to class, all that good stuff. So my dad was not too pleased to find out that I got detention. So what had happened was at the time I had this best friend, let's say her name's let's name her Tiffany. If Tiffany watches this, she's gonna know that I'm talking about her. But yeah, so at my school you either have the option of taking 7 classes. At my high school, not my school, I graduated, but at my old high school you had the option to either take 7 classes, or you had the options to take 6 classes depending on what classes you need to take to graduate and so on. So I had all 7 classes, 1 through 7th period, and my best friend at the time, Tiffany, she only had 6 classes. So when I would have my first period, she wouldn't have class, so she was able to go to school later because she didn't have to be there until later for her first period, which is my second period. So what had happened was I had Spanish first period, and I am already fluent in Spanish, so me missing class, I didn't really see it as a big deal. So my friend, my best friend, Tiffany, she would be like, come on, let's go to McDonald's, because McDonald's was about a 15-minute walk away from my school. So every single day for 2 weeks, I would not go to class, to my Spanish class, to go to McDonald's. And I figured, you know, I would get away with it and, you know, my teacher wouldn't notice or whatever. But he did. He ended up calling the dean of my school, who called me into his office and who wanted to know, why I would miss class so much. And I told him, I wasn't gonna be like, oh yeah, you know, me and my best friend, since she doesn't have a first period, we always go to McDonald's because I don't want to go to class. No. I told him that I would go to the library every single day because I needed help with my math class. So he seemed to buy it at the time, and then when I was in his office, I was telling him this, and he called my dad, and then he had me tell my dad why I was in the office. So I'm over here with my dean, and I'm like, hi dad, I'm with the dean right now. I got sent to the office because I've been missing class for 2 weeks straight. I didn't even have to have my phone like this. It was like this. And I could hear him yelling, saying, what the hell were you thinking? Why do you miss class? You know you can't miss class. You go to school for a reason, blah, blah, blah. So I was humiliated, being yelled at by my dad next to the dean in his office. So after we hung up with my dad, he asked me why, and then I told him I was in the library. So I remember this so clearly. He was like, I thank you for being so honest with me, but you know, with like these actions come consequences. So I was like, yeah, I know. So he ended up giving me detention. So this detention was like, I was after school on Thursday, because Thursday is like the minimum day, so they get out at 1:30. So I think I had to stay till like 3 o'clock with a bunch of other kids. So we went to this room and we sat in the room for an hour and a half doing nothing. I don't remember if we were able to do homework, but there's like some teachers that they don't let you do anything. Like they don't let you do homework, they don't let you listen to music, they don't let you sleep, they don't let you do anything. You're just sitting in the chair for an hour and a half doing nothing. But I think I was able to do homework. I'm not quite sure though. I don't remember. That was like 4 years ago. Oh my god, I'm old. But yeah. So because of that, I had to go to class obviously after that, and I couldn't go to McDonald's with Tiffany anymore. But that was it was interesting because, you know, I had to come up with that lie about me going to the library because I needed help with my math class on the spot because he asked me why. I mean, I figured he would ask me, but I didn't think about it until he asked me. And then I was like, oh crap. So, you know, at the time I was struggling in math, so it wasn't like I was good at math and I was just lying. I was struggling, so that's why I told him that's why I was at the library. But I was scared because, like, for the library at my old high school, you have to sign in and you have to sign out when you leave. And he didn't ask me, like, or he didn't call the library to see if I was actually there to verify if, like, I was telling the truth or not. He believed me. I mean, I felt bad for lying, but, like, I would have gotten in way more trouble if I told him I was just skipping class to go to McDonald's. I've never been suspended, never been expelled, so that was like the like worst thing that happened to me, I guess. But yeah, it wasn't too bad of a punishment, but that was the story of the first time I got detention. And I do think it went on my record, but I mean, it was only like a one-time thing. And also at my old high school, it's not really a detention thing, but I did get in trouble again my senior year, but it wasn't due to like skipping class or anything. At my old high school, they do these things called tardy sweeps. So what a tardy sweep is the first bell to go to class is at 7:55, and the second bell is at 8 o'clock, which means like you have to be in class by then. So the first bell rang, and then that means all the students go to class. The second bell rings, that means you have to be in class. So class started at 8 o'clock. I got to school around 8:03, 8:04, somewhere around there, and there's security guards around my school. So he saw me show up to school late, running to class, and he stopped me and asked me for my school ID. And when that happens, you have to give them your school ID, and at lunch you have to pick up garbage around the school. They give you like a normal size garbage bag, so you have to go around the school because, you know, kids litter. So you'd have to pick up all the garbage that you see, and you'd have to fill up the whole entire bag by the whole lunch period. So you couldn't eat lunch, you couldn't hang out with your friends, you had to do that. And once you show them the bag, then you get your ID back. So you'd need to do it to get your ID back. So I mean, those were the only two things that really I considered detention. But like the second one was kind of messed up because I was like, I was technically at school on time, I was just not in class on time. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this short story time. Please share, like, and comment down below. If you haven't subscribed, don't hesitate to do so. Yeah, so I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.